This is the besotted Pride of West London alternative over the seas podcast. And it's Billy TheBee here, sitting here in a Red Line in New York. Second half, Brentford versus Tottenham. Game is going off. Mate, I'm telling you, there's been goals galore. There's been Richarlison's in the area at the moment now. I'm sitting there. There must be like 25 bees inside the place here as well. Good vibe, good atmosphere. 2-2 at half-time. Very, very, very exciting game. Tell you something, it's a good vibe. And listen, it's 9 o'clock in the morning here as well. I know you would have heard from Laney on the post-match podcast coming to you from New Griffin Park, but I'm here in New York, Bleecker Street, the Red Lion. If you're ever in America, come down here and definitely check it out. Got some vibes in the place. But like I said to you, at the moment now, I'm just going to have a little word around as we're in the second half here. And I've got Bees local Brentford fans in the place here. And they're very excited about it. The Charlie core in the place. Listen, I ain't seen you for a long time, have I? I haven't seen you for ages, have I? It's been at least a week.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you was in Washington. Right, saying that. We had a great time in Washington as well. But I'm here on your manor here as well today. Talk to me through this game.
The game has been a roller coaster. It's some high points and low points. I mean, I like that we're. Sorry, I'm trying to follow as this is going on. It's promising. I feel we could have gotten a couple others, but for 2 goals in the first half, I think I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, I was going into the season, offense I was always worried about. But Wissa looked great, Brian looked great, so I'm happy with that. I mean, it's kind of hard to take these early games, very seriously as far as where they're at.
When you say early, as in 9 o'clock in the morning early, or early in the season?
Yeah, early in the season. Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, we're in the Red Line. This is your gaff here, and like I said, New York City Bees. Like I said to you, it's great vibe in here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, first off, thanks for coming in. I mean, it's great that you've been able to experience it. Yeah, I mean, this is now our 3rd season in the Premier League, and I'm pretty happy with the turnout, obviously, on an early Sunday morning. It's a good group. A lot of people returning. I mean, it's just kind of one of those organic things that I just want, to have a consistent place to watch and appreciate. And, of course, the fandom has been great. And I just kind of want to see this thing keep growing. It's great that the Red Lions kind of made this our own place.
Which is all good. Listen. Bees in the house here. What's your name? What's your name?
Man, Liv.
What's it?
Liv.
Listen. Yeah, listen. You're New Jersey. I mean, you come over from New Jersey, but you bust yourself in from New Jersey to the Red Lion very early on a Saturday or a Sunday morning to watch a game. Tell you something, great vibe here. Just give us your. Just going to get early thoughts on this game as well, because we're going to do a lot of post-match after that as well.
Well, to be honest, all right, 2-2 versus Tottenham. I guess we supposed to be happy right now, but the boys are playing well. A little deflating that Brian had the ball on his foot and could have put us up right before the half, but still the guys are playing well, and then hopefully they could pull it out to get the 3 points.
And it said vibes inside here. I mean, is it lively like this every week at the Red Lion in New York?
It's like this. Everybody's on pins and needles. We all want to win every single time. We're all focused on the boys doing well. But yeah, man, the energy is always good. This is why I jump on a train and travel over one state just to come here.
That's right. Listen, my man's in the place, in the house. Again, Washington. We hooked up in Washington. We had some laughs in Washington, didn't it?
We absolutely did. You taught us numerous chants as we sweat under the bucket hats that you gave us. It was a great time.
Yeah, that's right. And also, listen, game here today. I mean, what do you think? Brentford versus Tottenham. Fair result at the moment, 2-2.
Sort of, kind of. Brentford looks really, really balanced right now. I'm actually pretty pleased with what I'm seeing, despite Tony not being in there. Wissa literally is on fire. He's having a fantastic game. And Rico is looking awesome coming down the stretch. So had a couple good sets. But I actually feel like, I mean, of course, maybe I'm biased, but this should be 3-2. Honestly, maybe 3-1. Bremo missed a pretty easy shot. We were celebrating before it even went in, thinking it was going to be obvious. And also that goal that Tottenham got off that James Maddison flop was a little bit frustrating, but I think it's a fair result right now. I also think we're going to come out on top.
And also Jensen's just gone off as well. He's got a bit of an injury there, a bit of a knock as well. We've got the man Damsgaard in the place.
Yeah.
Feeling confident on the pitch?
Yeah. I think. I'm excited to see Damsgaard out there. I'm actually really excited to see Shada get out there as well. I think he's going to pick up some of the speed in the second half. Players are starting to slow down right now, and we can use that up top. I'm just on the edge of my seat right now. I'm very nervous.
I know you're very excited about Shada. Again, if you look on the Brentford Twitter, Besotted Twitter, Besotted on Twitter as well. You see there's a photograph of a character walking down the street bleakly in Greenwich Village with a Shada shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Got it in front of you. We put it up there, and I said to you, very, very strange sight walking in the middle of Manhattan, Greenwich Village, to see somebody with a Shada shirt. And that's your shirt.
I was going to say, that was us this morning. You saw me bleakly walking down literally Bleecker Street in my Shada jersey at, 8 a.m.? But we're out here, woke up at 7:15 to come watch the Bees in Soho, so we're having a good time, yeah.
That's right. And as, I don't know, was it Sting or was it someone that Australian? We're talking about an Englishman in New York. You are an Englishman in New York, aren't you? What are you
in New York, yeah. I'm Miles. I'm from Brentford, well, from nearabouts originally. I've moved to New York in April, so I live out here now, but come down here every weekend to watch the game. Go on!
Oh, we just missed another chance there. The Bees have you got it live and direct. And we're talking about the Damsgaard in the house. He's only just come on. Technically, we just thought that maybe he should have put that in the back of the net. Straight to the goalkeeper. Oh, the keeper's done all right. There we go. And he's put it straight to the keeper with the Damsgaard there. Oh, there you go. We're not going to say about Ivan Toney because we're not allowed to make comments like that in the house. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. We've got a Tottenham fan as well, sitting in the back there, and he's keeping himself very, very quiet. But anyway, so obviously you've been to the new Griffin Park, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I used to have a season ticket, it's great. This is the thing that makes me homesick the most, watching a game and getting texts from my mates at the ground. But it's great that I've got my own little version of it here. So hopefully we get some last-minute limbs going on.
We need the
red line limbs. That's what we need today.
There we go. And like I said to you can hear there's some vibes. There's some proper vibes in the place here as well. As the game is going on. Did you make it to the summer series then?
Yeah, I made it to the Philadelphia game. I jump on the bus 2 hours from New York. That was just so surreal. Coming from watching the Bees at Griffin Park all those years ago, suddenly it's 38 degrees heat. Philadelphia, 75,000 seater stadium or whatever it is, watching Brentford play in a Premier League summer series. You're sort of like, what is this? This isn't real. It's absolutely crazy.
And what brings you out to America? Why are you here? Why are you not back in our manor?
I moved out for work, got relocated to New York from London.
Are you here forever?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how much I miss the Bees, I think.
It's a bee-related work job. Was that on your CV? Do you support the Bees?
Yeah.
They said yes, we could go to the Red Line.
They promised me they had a pub out here waiting for me, so that's
part of the package.
Yeah, part of the package deal, yeah.
See, Americans, they're very flexible, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of flexibility out here. Listen, we'll come back to you after that. We're going to go to the back of the bar here as well. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, Flecken to say you had a big ooh. Remember the oohs that we used to put out on Besotted as well? Listen, we got Brandy in the house here. Brandy is in the... Oh, listen, there's lots of clapping, there's lots of cheering, there's lots of... Ooh, going down there. Brandy is in the place. Brandy, listen, I've got to ask a question because I've got no idea. Listen, you play football, you love football, but why Brentford?
Because of the community that Brentford builds. I think it's very genuine. I think it's very grassroots, and there's nothing like the community that football brings. So Brentford is that at its rawest form.
But I'm going to ask a question, but I've got no... I'm sitting here. I'm in the Red Lion. There's a red telephone box in the corner. There's a Brentford flag over there, a Be Together flag. We're sitting there. There's about 25 Brentford fans there making some noise in the place. It's 9 o'clock in the morning when we got down there. But how did you find Brentford? You are American. I'm really confused.
I mean, New York is the capital of the world. How can you not find football? How can you not find Brentford? That is the key right here. I mean, it brings us as New Yorkers together. Football. That is what it is. So why not football? Why not Brentford? Brentford is football.
But I'm still. I'm not funny. I know. But why? I'm just funny. Why not Man United? Why not Everton? Why not Bournemouth? How did you just find Brentford? Did you just walk in here and you found the club, or is it? I don't know. I just honestly.
You want the genuine story?
Yeah, everyone back at home needs to know.
Hey, you want the genuine story?
Yeah, give us the genuine.
About the genuine story right here. So, Charles, my boyfriend, was a Chelsea fan, and I'm not supporting.
Oh no. Hold a second. Right, you started off on a bad foot here, but you can carry on.
But here's the whole thing. What brought us together
that's right.
is football. And we were not supporting neither Chelsea nor Man City.
Yeah.
We're supporting Brentford, a more genuine club.
So how did you find it? How did you find Brentford, and how did you convert your boyfriend from the Chelsea? Because
Actually, I feel like it was a mutual thing because he was already following Brentford at the time, and he found that there was less gatekeeping within Brentford than there was Chelsea.
Gatekeeping. What does that mean? In which way?
As in, if you're trying to get in and be a fan, especially being an American.
Oh yeah, we're cool with it, basically.
Yeah, exactly. You're cool with it. You're a Brentford fan. Come into our community, and you with open arms. If you support a bigger club, it's less. It's more so of, oh, you're American. You can't like football. You can't be here. You don't know what it's about. We built it. We're bringing it home.
Okay, that makes sense. So Brentford is a welcoming club.
Inclusive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like I said, if you come down to, as we said, you're going to come down to Brentford as well. At some stage, you come down to the Globe, which is the pub. When you come down there, you come down to the Globe, which is our pub. You come out, you're welcome with open arms. I'm sure you'll find tickets is not a problem because characters are out there. They'll sort you out. Obviously, there's the official routes, but there's also unofficial routes out there as well that you can find tickets as well, which is all good. So this is good. So this is like, listen, I mean, do you feel a little bit dirty, the fact that you actually supported Chelsea?
A little bit, but you know what? That's the truth of it. And it's good in a way because I'm not sure. I mean, I would have noticed Brentford once they got promotion to the Premier League. But if I hadn't tried to sort out and find some type of community within that club and kind of just hit roadblocks each time, she said the gatekeeping, I was welcomed a little, but when we tried to bring it to something like this...
Good save by Flecken there. Good save by Flecken.
Yeah, just having that poor experience, that negative experience with, someone that was supposed to be such a representative club of London, I began to look elsewhere. And between them catching promotion to the Premier League and an old BBC TV show called People Just Do Nothing, a bunch of people from Brentford that support Brentford, the football club. Those two things just led me to look more into the club, and I just fell in love with it.
Okay, just to let you know, obviously, DJ Steve's from that show. He stands with us in the Besotted block. So we got 120 seats, and he stands with us. Couple of seats just behind us as well. Steve's is all good. And if you look at Besotted, one of our podcasts as well, we've got Steve's, we've got Char Buddy G as well. And we've got them when they played Newcastle, because Char Buddy is a Newcastle fan. Obviously, Steve's. So if you check on our YouTube channel, we've done, when we played Newcastle, we played them a few years ago. We got them two on there as well. So that'll make you very happy.
That will. That definitely will.
This is all good. Listen. Right. Listen, it's all kicking off. Listen, we're going to come back after the game, and hopefully the vibe is going to be equally as vibesy as it is right now. Match over here, the Red Lion in Manhattan. We're here. The Bees are still here, buzzing after that game. Now, I'll tell you something. I thought that was a fantastic game.
It was amazing. They're so fun to watch. They're so scrappy. They always got a chance to win. I love watching this team.
And listen, we were going in extra time. Brentford 2-1 at half time. Looks like we were going to go into the break. And we saw that 11 minutes come up. Did you go, oh God, oh Christ.
Yeah. I'm like, there's another half almost. What the heck? I mean, it was crazy 11 minutes. And they were like, oh, VAR, this, whatever. Just too dangerous when you got that much time left.
But saying that, I mean, listen, first game, interestingly, international. I mean, I'm here. I'll go to every single game, as you know, at that stadium, home and away. So it's very strange for me to be watching the game here. But I could see probably kind of like how you, as an international Brentford fan, may be attracted to this team because we ain't missing, are we?
Yeah, no, actually, they're so much fun to watch. My husband was a giant Premier League fan. I was like, I don't know about soccer. or football, really. But they've been so much fun to watch. They're absolute blast, and we're just dying to get over there and see them in person over in Brentford.
That's right. You're coming back over again. Listen, I've been talking to you. You've seen Brentford. I mean, you're American, but you've seen them since Division 2. You've been, you ain't messing about. You went to Griffin Park. You've been there enough time. What I'm very sad about is that you came there recently, but you couldn't get a ticket at the new stadium as it is. But I'm saying to you, listen, make a few phone calls. No one should be travelling internationally and not see a game as far as we're concerned. So, like I said to you, chat to the Besotted crew, and I'm sure that we could hook you up with tickets. But how was that game for you?
Oh, it was a good start of the season. I was a little upset about the 11 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. I thought that was a little generous, and we got burned on that. But I thought we looked good.
Listen, we're Tottenham Hotspur with a new manager, with a new outlook, minus Harry Kane. We were nervous about Tottenham playing without Harry Kane because we thought they'd actually be better. Because Harry Kane, lovely player, scores lots of goals, but he's a little bit slow. You know what I'm saying? So we thought that they could put a bit of pace. They put Richarlison up front. To be fair, Richarlison didn't see too much of the game, but still, different game for Tottenham, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tottenham looked a lot better than they looked last year, in my honest opinion.
And Brentford as well. I mean, we scored and we went behind, but it just goes to show you we don't give a monkeys, do we?
No, we don't. We never quit. That's what I love about this club.
That's right. And we've got the goals. We've got 2 goals back. Second half, it probably settled down a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, we look better in the first half, in my honest opinion.
That's right. Listen, we're going to go over. Listen, on the post-match podcast. Listen, don't forget to check out Laney. Laney will be doing the post-match podcast from the ground, but I'm doing the post-match podcast from New York in here, in the Red Line in New York. And as you know, we like to get home fans and away fans in the place. And we got a Tottenham fan in the house. It's interesting because he was sitting here. Man, this boy was quiet. You were quiet in the place, weren't you? Why were you so quiet?
Well, I had no expectations going into this match. No Kane, new manager with a disrupted preseason. We weren't able to have as many matches during the preseason, so I felt like it's such a stylistic change. Ange from Conte is like night and day, so I felt like there would be more hiccups, and I knew Brentford were stylistically pressed very well. They have the same manager. He's a very good manager, Thomas Tuchel. They have a very good team. Thomas Frank.
We're not the Tuchel.
Right. Oh,
listen, Tuchel. Oh my God, you just yeah.
Thomas Frank. My bad.
That's right.
No, but Thomas Frank is a very good manager. Brentford have that consistency. They have a very good team even without Tony. And I felt like going into this match, I thought if we can get a point, I'd be happy. And we did.
Okay, so I'm going to say to you, so you went 1-0 up. How were you feeling when you went 1-0 up as a Tottenham fan?
I thought, wow, hit quick at home on the away ground for the other team. I was like, nice, and especially Madison, because we have not replaced our set piece taker since Eriksson left. So finally having a good set piece taker was really good. So I saw that goal. I thought, great. And then immediately, I felt like immediately Brentford was putting them under pressure. They got their 2 goals. And it was like, oh man, it's such a stylistic change for Spurs. I didn't know if they could get back into the game. You know what I mean? Once it went 2-1 down, I felt a little more afraid. But it was really incredible how the team seemed to really adjust. I thought second half Spurs were the better side. I thought first half Brentford were the better side, but I think second half we really kind of built into Postecoglou's style. Just possession, hold the ball in your half, and try and see what chances we can make.
So listen, New York, we're in New York. You're here, I'm not being funny, Spurs fan in a Brentford pub. Are you a bit confused about how many Brentford fans there are in this place?
No, my aunt and uncle invited me. And I come usually incognito, but since it was my club, I had to come and rep them. But no, I enjoy it immensely because I feel like Brentford fans are they understand the game better. I would never do this at a Liverpool club, bar or any of those places. This is a place where real, especially in the United States, this is where real fans of the sport come in, because you get a lot of bandwagoners for the big clubs, even Spurs, and you can debate whether they're a big club or not, but they do get bandwagoners. I feel like Brentford doesn't, and in that sense, it's people who just enjoy the sport, enjoy the way the club's set up, and that's more enjoyable to be around than I could have gone to Flannery's for this game, but because they're the Spurs bar here in New York, and it's like, but they're like really intense. Versus this is far more fun and into the sport in general than like into the sort of the more tribalism of it.
And I noticed, I mean, obviously we were sitting down there, there's a number of songs are going down, but I noticed that you did sing on your own. We'll sing on our own. We're Brentford FC, we sing on our own. Sing up for the Bees, can't hear Tottenham sing, we'll sing on our own. There was no singing coming from the Tottenham, was there?
No. They were good at the very start, but then they got drowned out. I think Bees fans are the best. Well, when we were in Philadelphia seeing them play, I forget who they played.
Fulham, but don't mention that. We won't mention. We will not mention them at the moment. We'll move on.
But when they were watching that game, the
F word,
the Fulham fans made no noise.
No noise from the Putney boys, as we see.
No noise at all. And the Brentford fans were excellent. That was such a great atmosphere. We had a ton of fans who came over, and they really brought it, and it really showed just like the passion there is just so much more. Exactly.
UBs?
Go on, UBs. I like them. They're my
UBs. There we go. So listen, post-match, here we are after that one.
Here we go.
Listen, 2-2, the Bees, mighty Bees. What are you saying?
I think it's a good start. We got the point, right? We're here. It's confidence. We're building the confidence. We're going to be more proactive rather than reactive. We're here for it.
I mean, I was in the game, and I thought it was a great game. Listen, we didn't get the 3 points. I thought it was a great game. Really exciting, end-to-end stuff, goalkeepers there, shots, saves. You know, we would have loved to have won VAR, number of VAR chances, you know what I'm saying? And we got the songs going as well, didn't we?
I think it's an amazing start, amazing game for the first game of the league. I think we're here for it, right? It's an amazing momentum to work off of. That's all it is.
That's right, and obviously Ivan Toney, and it's interesting because we've gone through this whole podcast, so we haven't actually really mentioned Ivan Toney. I think the Tottenham fan might have mentioned him, but Ivan Toney hasn't played. Do you think that we missed Ivan Toney today?
That's a deep question, because the jersey I wore here today was an Ivan Toney jersey. Do I think we missed him? Do I think we came out and showed our face without him? Yes, but is he a part of the team? Yes. If we had him, would it be a different result? We don't know, because we're here, we're living in the moment. Is he still a part of the team? Yes. So further on in the season, do we want him back? Yes. But I think we did what we needed to do now.
That's right. And I didn't see the games yesterday, but a lot of people are saying to me that there was watching paint dry. A lot of the games yesterday, you know what I'm saying, watching paint dry, I don't know, the Arsenal game, whatever it is, I don't know, saw that. And they're saying that this game, this is the messages that are coming back to me from the UK, because like I said to you, I'm sitting here in the Red Lion Bar in New York with the characters here, and they said to me that this game was far more exciting than them games yesterday, which were literally, you were sitting down there and you might have watched a newspaper because it was rubbish. It was a good game, wasn't it?
I believe it was, yeah, absolutely. I watched a little bit yesterday morning, and
even your beloved Chelsea.
No, that's not fair anymore.
But, sorry, but it's not about fair. It's just about digging at people and finding out things about them, and we will never let them forget, ever. So I'll meet you in 20 years' time, and I'll still remind you that you was a Chelsea fan.
You were the Chelsea fan.
Yeah, exactly. So let's move on.
This game was, I actually have to agree, the one guy said early on in the match that they barely had a chance to breathe, and for us it was I think it was the same here. You know, sometimes there's lulls, sometimes there's conversation going on, and all of us here, we were glued to the screen. We were jumping up and down out of our seats. You know, we were yelling, we were singing, making up chants, yelling for the VAR. Like everyone else kind of said, I think it was a really great start. I feel like we came back with a lot of energy. Like if we missed out on the ball here and there, got back on it, scrambled, jumped all over them. I think there was just a lot of high energy and there was a lot of intensity. There wasn't really any time when I thought, guys, we got to move, we got to go. It just felt like they really came out it was a good. I think it was a proud first match day of the season.
I'm going to ask you, Brian Mbumo, he could have got us 3 points. Do you think that was a fluff, or do you think it was just one of those things?
I mean, it's hard to say. New season, new year. Maybe at the end of last season, I would have thought maybe he fluffed it, because sometimes, we all know and love Brian, but sometimes, like you said, he could have got us the 3 points. But, if he could have got him, he would have got him, obviously.
But he didn't. But it's all good. But you're happy. But you're happy.
I'm happy with him. Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of the boys. It was great.
Lots of pride. And we're not talking about London pride. We're talking about American pride coming here from New York as visitor. And listen, I'm looking at that telephone box over there. The ironic thing is that it is a bit. The ironic thing is that I've not been in a telephone box in the UK for about 25 years, because if you go in there, it smells of wee, as they say, you know what I'm saying, over there, because they're not used anymore. But however, here it is the icon that makes you feel that that you are in some sort of British, some sort of English environment. You are watching. We will tell you something. I'm going to be completely honest. I thought that was a wicked game. It's really weird, because we don't see replays in the ground, as you know. You've just come from England a few months ago, and we just watched a game and you go home, and you might watch Match of the Day a little bit, but it's a different scenario. We're seeing different angles, we're hearing different stuff going on, and I'm not saying I want to do this every week, but you see things in a different scenario here today, and that was that today. I thought the atmosphere was great. The game was great, end to end. We were behind, we were in front, we were behind, VAR, there's all sorts of stuff going on. That was fantastic, wasn't it?
Absolute chaos, loved it. More of the same. Just need to get a bit more solidity at the back, don't we? It was a bit similar pre-season. Scoring goals, not a problem, is it? Just need to tighten up, but I'm sure that will sort itself out. But yeah, what a game,
But you say we need to tighten up. We were looking at the back. Is it the fact that Ben Mee was missing today, do you think? Or because that was the only thing that was kind of missing at the back, and we saw how Ben Mee likes to throw himself at the ball. Yeah. He's a great player, and listen, we're not knocking any other player that comes into the side today. Also, we went 3 at the back today, because again, we do that with sides who are seen as a little bit more dangerous than other sides. But do you think that, I don't know, maybe we could have done something different?
I think maybe it's just one of those phases, isn't it, where you just concede a few goals. I'm not that worried about it at the moment. Collins looks good, to be fair. Looks very solid, very good on the ball. Just a couple, just that second goal, we just should have got fucking rid of it, shouldn't we? But it happens, and not a bad result at all. First game of the season, entertaining. I actually thought Mbuemo and Wissa look good linking together. I think that partnership is going to really develop over the course of the season, and we're going to need it to. So hopefully that carries on.
We've got the F word next week, which I literally, I cannot say that. We've got the F word next week. And the F word, they did all right. They won their game yesterday as well.
Yeah, lucky though. Do you see that disallowed goal?
I've not seen anything. I mean, I said, you've seen the goal. You've seen the games from yesterday, and you were saying that the games today, absolutely peas on the games from yesterday.
Yeah, there were a few snooze fests yesterday. Fulham got lucky against Everton. That disallowed goal is outrageous. You should watch it back. It's like keepers union. Tarkowski just stands there. Leno drops it on his head.
Agent Tarkowski?
Agent Tarkowski, yeah. We lost to Fulham pre-season, but that doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't matter. I mean, no one even remembers that, do we? Even the Fulham fans don't remember that, do they?
That was actually the last game I saw before I came out to New York was the Brentford-Fulham game when we absolutely toasted them at home.
Oh, you mean the one when the Fulham...
It was 3-2, but it should have been about 4-1.
You mean the ones where the Fulham fans disappeared after 85 minutes?
That one.
Literally every single one of them?
Yeah, that one. That was the one. And we absolutely battered them that day, so I'm expecting the same again.
So listen, New York now, you're living here in New York the whole time. You're living here in New York the whole time. Listen, we've got the characters now. We're going to come on to the characters in a minute. Just final word on I'm going to say, just get a final word from you on this game today.
Fucking great atmosphere. I love that this is just a thing here. It's so nice just to fly out, have a ready-made new Brentford family to come into, and everyone's so knowledgeable as well. Everyone really knows the club. You don't need to explain things to them because they know it. It's all good.
UBs.
UBs.
Yeah, all right. Easy life. Listen, right. I know you got to head back to New Jersey, right? Because it's such a long way. I mean, that train journey is going to take you at least half an hour, isn't it?
It's all right. It's all right. You know what? I'm probably one of the farther travelers, but it's all worth it coming here.
That's right. Talk to me about that game today.
You know what? Listen. Call me delusional. Listen. Brentford
hello, delusional.
Yo, I mean, Brentford played very well. Although I would have loved to see if we got those 3 points against Tottenham. It was definitely hard. A draw is probably fair. But we had some opportunities. Brian had an opportunity. Damsgaard had an opportunity. So it would have been nice to start off the season with 3 points. But you know what? We're good. We had a good time, so we'll take it.
We'll take it, as they say. Listen, I'm going to go and I'm going to catch up with you when I come back to New York next time, which is all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through and I'm going to talk to a few more of the characters. Easy life, right? Okay, as we say, easy life. I know the Americans here they know all about the easy life. I'm going to come back to the call man. Anyway, going to come back to the call man here because there's got Liverpool fans in the corner. Wow. In comparison, there's about 475 Brentford fans in here, and there's about 2 Liverpool fans. You know, what does that say to you? Does that talk to you about the traction that's going on between Brentford and Liverpool? I mean, Brentford are on the up, and Liverpool, the two there. Listen, I just want to say hello. Say hello, Liverpool. I'm a Chelsea fan. Say hello, Liverpool fan.
Hello.
He's a Liverpool fan. There's one Chelsea fan in the house.
Hello.
And then I don't know who you support.
I don't know.
She doesn't even monkeys, you know what I'm saying? So, one Chelsea, one Liverpool fan, and there's about 4,755 Brentford fans in the place here. Roughly. That just goes to show you the traction over here in America, you know what I'm saying? We start, you're the opinion formers, you're like the taste makers, like, you know what I'm saying? You're coming out here with these characters, like, before you know it, we're talking about Barney Rubble and the Flintstones and all that kind of stuff that's going on with this lot, you know what I'm saying? It's all... The game today, no, you enjoyed that, didn't you?
It was fun. It was definitely a roller coaster of a game. One of those where we definitely could have gotten a little bit more. One of the games where maybe Tottenham even could have gotten a little bit more. But hey, you come away with a point against Spurs. That's not a terrible start. And considering the fact that we don't have Tony for this stretch. You got to temper your expectations a little bit. They're still working some things out, but I'm pretty happy with getting something out of it, for sure.
This game, I'm going to argue, and we said this beforehand, we probably could have got 3 points out of it. We were talking about Mbumo. Mate, own goal. That was a flipping open goal, wasn't it? That was an open goal.
That one, yeah, I mean, even with like a little bit of a short hop, I think that at least should have been on frame. Yeah, we easily could have gotten 3 points out of this. It's hard for me to be overly critical right now. For sure, like, talk to me in about a month. For sure, yeah. Talk to me about in another month or two. Like, I would be absolutely complaining about a result like this. We got a point. So I'm okay with that, but for sure. I think our expectations are definitely high. Even with Tony out, I feel we're a top 10 type team. I really think we should be that. And we got some good depth. I know we didn't have me, but yeah, we didn't have. But you look at our roster, I think we're built to withstand the absences of that kind of stuff. So. Yeah, a point is okay. That's kind of my takeaway from today.
That's right. So listen, this is the Besotted Pride of West London podcast. We're coming to you from the Red Lion in New York. I've had a great time in here. I met characters, all sorts of characters in there. You'll see it up on the Twitter and Besotted. We've got the photograph of the characters after the game. We had lots of oohs, we had lots of ahs. We should have won the game. We could have lost the game. Doesn't really matter anymore because we're moving on. Very solid start to the season. Don't forget to check Laney. He did his post-match podcast, prideofwest.london. You can check that out on there as well. Also, don't forget, we're going to be doing another podcast next week as we're playing the F word. The Fulham are coming down, or we're going down to them next week as well. So we're going to be just doing that podcast. I may or may not be involved because I'm going to be travelling the stateside as I make my way down to Miami to go and see Messi make his league debut against the Charlotte FC, because you know I'm a bit of a Charlotte FC fan as well, like you know what I'm saying. But other than that, it's been a great day here in New York. It's very early in the start. I'm going to be going out and doing a little bit of sightseeing as we go. But as we say, come on, UB! Go Go Bees!
Go Bees!
Go Bees!
Go Bees!
Go Bees!